Hello YouTubers, and welcome to something a bit different. My girlfriend's bike is out already because she has finished her school. Well, not finished her school, but finished the theoretical part in the school, and she wants to start learning to ride now. So I brought the bike back to town a couple of days ago. My bike is still in winter storage. Yesterday it was snowing, so I haven't brought it out, but this bike needed something to, well, it needed a repair. It was a bad surprise when we went to collect it. Turned out that the exhaust has rusted so bad that there's a hole in it. So I tried something I've never tried before. Someone recommended to use the exhaust repair tape or band-aid, or it has different names. I put it on. First I cleaned the hole with a wire brush as good as I could, and then I put the tape on and some foil. Cup behind me. Coming now on the left. I'm really not sure how much you can actually see because of the windshield. My bike doesn't have a windshield, and I'm really not fond of windshields anyway, so... Alright, so I cleaned it, I put the band-aid or the tape around it, around the broken part, the tape, I mean, not the broken part, is supposed to melt and seal the problem. So the bike is sounding quieter already after putting the tape on. Now I'm just riding around because I want to give the engine more revolutions and create more heat. Don't you... Typical. Now I want to get it hot, and hopefully that will solve the leak. Or leak. Leak is really under assessing the hole there. It was really, really big hole, and really hope that the tape is enough to hold it. Anyways, enough of that. As we are on the subject of repairing, and I have some time to spend, I'm going to talk about my car, my winter beater, which is still running and alive. It's just not that winter anymore. The car has a bit of a brake problem. That was a leak, not what this exhaust here had, but the brakes had a leak. So I was losing brake oil. I couldn't be bothered of looking the source for the leak because it was winter and it was wet and soggy, and who wants to go under a car like that? So I just added the brake fluid every now and then. And that was enough to ride around, and I did engine braking and all that to reduce the need of pumping oil through the system. And well, actually, you can see if you look at the video I did in Light Rally Park, then you can see me adding the brake fluid there. So all those things were possible with this small leak. But at some point, I left the vehicle stationary for a while, like a week or so, because of work, and I didn't have enough free time. There was air in the system and I couldn't use the car anymore, so I had to take it to the workshop. Took it to the workshop and found the problem far quicker than I suspected. It was a pipe that had rusted, and not even a hose, a pipe was broken just because of rust. But 20 years old car, what do you want? And I replaced the pipe. It wasn't a terribly difficult thing. Then I asked a friend to help me air or bleed the brakes, or not quite sure the correct expression. While we were airing the brakes, or bleeding, or whatever, with the brakes, the other side pipe broke with a bang, spraying oil into my friend's mouth and face, and well, an unpleasant experience, I'm very sure, especially considering the expressions he used. So we had to replace that pipe, and considering that it had broken and the main pipe wasn't looking much better either, so we figured that the main pipe needs to be replaced too, to avoid the next incident and next delay. So we did the brakes. We had to dismantle the cardan, or the prop shafter. I'm not really sure what it's called, but you understand what I mean. The bit that connects the gearbox to the differential. And then when we put it back, it felt the support bearing didn't feel good, and the support mount didn't feel very solid. But we figured if it had lasted so far, it will last till the end of the winter, so it's not going to be an issue. But it didn't, so I had to replace that also, and let me tell you, it is not a job I'd recommend to anyone. If it's a newer car and all the bits are not very old, then fine. But if something's been staying there for 20 years, then you can guess how easily it wants to come off. Anyways, it was still easier than I expected, but it was, man, how annoying. But the vehicle is rideable now, and I can take it to summer storage somewhere, like the bikes are in the winter storage. But I don't think I'll make this motovlog any longer. It's taken long enough already. And thanks for watching, and next time I'll most likely be on my own car, unless I'll add some update about the exhaust to the end of this video. We'll see.